Hello everyone, my name is Corey and I am the Lone Lawman. This is episode 3. In this third episode, I will be trimming some shrubs and doing a little bit of line trimming as part of a first time service for a new customer. So let's get to work and talk about it.
This here is viburnum. Super common shrub here in Florida. Probably the most common. Right up there with ligustrum, loropetalum, which we're going to see coming up here. This particular shrub is funny because it straddles the property line of my customer and the neighbor. And the neighbors have a lawn guy. And the first time I serviced the property, I cut the whole shrub. That's just kind of the right thing to do, right? And they're on a bi-weekly schedule, and the neighbor's property got serviced during my off week. And I showed up for the second service, and they only did their half of the shrub. I'm like, man, that's friggin' ridiculous. Take the extra few minutes and do the whole thing. If we both did it, it'd be easy, right? But that's the way they operate, and I figured this is a situation where if you can't beat them, join them. It comes into play. This house is a rental, and the renters don't say boo to me. They try to get me to do extra stuff occasionally, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to run that by the owners. I service this property on Tuesdays, and I mow the owner's residence in a different city on Fridays. And whenever I say something like that, oh, don't worry about it. And the owners actually go through a property management company to deal with the house as, like, a middleman between them and the renters. There's a loropetalum, this purple one, and it's going to bleed off into a ligustrum here. All three of these types of shrubs, so ligustrum, loropetalum, and viburnum, don't typically grow very evenly. They'll shoot up, I call them legs, as they grow. So, one service, I'll break out the gas-powered hedge trimmers and do the whole shrub, tighten them up. And then the next visit, if they're not out of control, we haven't had a lot of rain, they haven't had fern thrown on them or something, I keep a pair of bypass pruners in my back pocket or on the mower, and I'll just snip the legs off just to keep the shrub tight and neat. And then the following visit, most likely I'll break out the gas power trimmers. It just saves time. And in the summer, as you guys know, there's a lot of work to do. And down here in Florida, we have rain, not every day, but damn close. So we've got more work and less time to do it in. So one of the corners that I do cut, if I have to cut a corner, is shrubs. Everybody understands I'm upfront about all that kind of stuff. But I never let them get sloppy, no matter how much time I'm strapped for. This here's another viburnum. For some reason, I mowed first, and then did the shrubs, which is highly unusual. This footage is about 2 years old. I found it on my hard drive and figured, let me make an episode. But I don't remember why I would do that. The reason why I usually do the shrubs first is so that I can get all that debris out onto the turf, and then I'm going to mulch it up with the mower. And I'm not raking and bagging and all that stuff, but there are some situations where I have to do that, whether I've got nice clean mulch or rock beds, where I can't tuck debris, or I don't have enough room on the turf to blow it out onto and mulch. But this one in particular, I've got the shrubs grow all the way down to the ground, and there's no mulch in the beds. There's not really beds to speak of. So I mulch everything up, get it all under the shrubs. They can sit there and decay and feed the shrubs. So everybody wins. Yeah, and the other thing here, I filmed my line trimming. I didn't film the mowing or the blowing. So I figured I'd include it. Why not? I use Echo equipment. I use the PAS 225. And it's just box store equipment, nothing fancy, nothing from a dealer. But the PAS stands for, I think, Professional Attachment System. And but I don't swap out attachments. I've got one dedicated for a trimmer, one dedicated for an edger, one dedicated for hedge trimmers. And the reason why I do that is if one craps out on me while I'm out in the field, I've always got two backups, and then when I get home I can deal with whatever the problem is on the equipment. And these box store machines do everything I need them to do. I'm not doing anything monstrous or anything super demanding. It's just typical residential properties. And I have no complaints about any of these machines. They treat me well. I think it's really efficient. All of the machines use the same air filters, fuel filters. I mean, everything's the same. So that's super convenient for me. At the beginning of the year, I'll buy everything in bulk, all my air filters. I'll grab a few fuel filters, swap them out occasionally. But I love Echo, man. You hear that, Echo? Want to give me money? No? And my blower's Echo too. I've got Echo backpacks, but I almost never use them. I've got a handheld that does everything I need it to do, and I just prefer it. And that uses the same, I think it's the same motor, but it's got all the same air filters and all that crap, so it's just super convenient. And what I like about using the little handheld Echo blower too is a lot of these shrubs are right up against the house, close, I mean a foot or less. And if you're wearing a backpack and you got to get down underneath all of those shrubs and blow everything out away from the house, it's hard to do. I'm not super skinny, I'm not fat either, but sometimes it's hard to get in there. And with a handheld blower, it makes quick, easy work with it. I'm not getting snagged up on the shrubs. Yeah, it's just easy, man. And I'm all about making things as easy as possible, because I work alone. I will forever work alone. I just like it that way. So the more efficient I can be, the better. The more work I can do, the more money I can make. Getting all the weeds and the cracks. If they're really bad, I'll run around with my backpack sprayer. I use a glyphosate concentrate. I save my 1 gallon milk jugs from home, and I usually have 4 of them. Make sure all 4 are filled with water, so I don't have to make trips to the customer's hose. I just put my 6 tablespoons of concentrate into the backpack, pour in a gallon of water, and go. Spray the cracks in the driveways, walkways, sidewalks, anything in the beds. I don't do that every service, and sometimes I can't because I know it's going to rain shortly after I'm there, or it's just starting to rain when I'm there. So I'd just be spinning my wheels, but I try to get a little bit of weed controls down at the very least every other visit. But in the summertime, with all the rain we get in Florida, sometimes that's just not an option. But you know, I don't want weeds taken away from the appearance of my hard work on the lawn. And it is an easy thing. It is, you know, 3 to 5 minutes. Do a quick lap around the property and spray everything. I think this is going to cut off here very shortly because I didn't film my blowing either. And I think that's that.
Thank you for watching The Lone Lawnman. Please like and share the videos, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring the bell for notifications for when new episodes are uploaded. You can help me create higher quality and more informative videos moving forward by leaving your input in the comments section below. I will read everything. Thanks so much. Take care, everybody.